Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to carve this cake. And again, if you have regular round cakes, an 8, a 7, and a 6, you're going to be doing a lot more carving than me. You want to make sure that this cake has sat overnight and chilled. You don't want to be carving a fresh cake that you just came out of the oven, or it's going to crumble all over the place. So I made this actually 2 days ago, and then I chilled it in the refrigerator. So I'm ready to go. It's nice and cool. It's on the 8-inch board, and I've got my serrated knife here. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to come in right on the side. It's about 1 inch down. And I'm just going to make a straight cut down, like so. Only for about 1 inch, and then I'm going to come in from the side here and do a straight cut to the side. So I'm just taking out a little wedge. Okay, what this is going to do is we're making a lion and he's sitting up. So this is going to be his back haunch, that top of the back leg. Okay, and then we want to do the same thing on the other side. So come down a couple inches. I'm going to turn it around because it's easier. And then again, in from the side. And then I'm going to want to even those up a little bit. So I'm going to carve a little bit here. Make them pretty even. Okay. Just a little bit to smooth that out. And then what I want to do is his back side, so here he is, we're looking at the side of him. So this is his back and this is his front. I don't want them to slope the same. So the back is going to have this slope, but the front I want his tummy to be, I don't want him quite so fat. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to start trimming this down a little bit so he's not quite so fat. So we're going to take from side to side here, we're going to take a little bit of his tummy off. And we're just carving just a little bit. It's easier to just do a little at a time, especially if you've never carved before. But we're not removing a whole heck of a lot. So if you've never carved, this is going to be really simple for you. And really, he's got legs, he's got all sorts of stuff. So, you know, if you don't get it perfect, don't worry about it because it's all going to be pretty much hidden by the fondant and the decorations. Okay, so we just wanted to get that carved off, and I'm going to carve down here a little bit so it tucks under a little. There we go. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this board a little bit because you can see now the board is showing. So we'll cut that off. So it's from one leg to the other. So this is, remember, this is his back leg. So I'm just going to cut that down a little bit. There we go. So now you can see this really slopes and this comes down a little bit more, but I still have a tuck underneath here for his little tummy. Okay, what I am going to do now though is cut that board. So let's get rid of these scraps. Grab my scissors again. Okay. Now what we're ready to do is coat this in buttercream. So I've got a big old pot of soft buttercream here. Got a lot of air in it, but since it's just a crumb coat, I don't care. Be careful when you do this that you don't fill this completely in. We still need that ledge for his leg. And I'm probably going to carve that a little bit more. Okay, and then we take the acetate. This is just our piece of acetate. Does a great job of smoothing. Okay, so now I'm looking at this. And I want to carve it just a little bit, just on the sides here. And a little on the back. That back leg is kind of, you know, it's kind of rounded. So that's why we want to carve that a little bit. So it's rounded a little bit more, not quite so sharp. And then I have some fondant I'm going to add on to that to help with the shape, which is why I'm not too concerned about it. Okay, so crumb coat that a little more. Look at that. Get all the spots where I stuck my finger in it. Okay. Okay, so let's grab some white fondant.